We should not get complacent. There are still too many differences between countries. The gap between countries' overall digital performance is still there. Countries need to act now so that we reduce the digital divide. Otherwise, we may risk ending up with a two-speed Europe on digital. Great to see that the top few EU countries in this year's ranking also lead worldwide. Despite that, the European Union needs to do more to improve its overall digital performance. On connectivity, for example, Europe now has good coverage of high-speed fixed broadband. But there are many problems in rural areas. There is a lot of work to do here as we approach and prepare for rolling out 5G mobile networks. E-commerce is growing only slowly. At the moment, 17% of SMEs sell online. Less than half who sell domestically sell online to another EU member state. Those figures should be a lot higher. As part of the digital single market, we have already proposed action to improve many of the main problem areas: e-commerce, high connectivity, digitization of industry. Countries need to invest if they are to benefit from the digital single market and make the most of the many opportunities that it offers.
Do you also look at how Europe can take a more inclusive approach to the digital economy? How can we get more women involved in tech? And also demographically, are there older people who are excluded from access to the internet, and could more be done there? And is that something that you take into account, or is that somebody else's dossier? Thank you.
Of course. This is also among my responsibilities, and talking more generally, the European Commission is responsible for those issues also. But I would like to say that the whole digital single market strategy is also about inclusion, social inclusion. Talking about e-government solutions, then we know that those e-government solutions, they are creating a more transparent environment, which is bad for corruption, for example, but they are also inclusive. If people, they have information, then they can participate in the decision-making process, for example. We cannot explain this low percentage of women in ICT sector involved in those processes with some kind of traditions. I don't know about what kind of traditions they are talking about, because all the history is just 20 years old, and about what kind of traditions we can talk about. But there is a real problem. Let's say just 20% of all the jobs in ICT sector, they are for women today, and 80% this is men's job. But no explanation for that. Maybe we have to provide better solutions how to combine private life, family life, and those obligations connected with digital jobs in an ICT sector, and we have to deal with those issues. And of course, we have to invest to understand where is the problem, because we can see very good examples how women can be really successful in this sector.